Let me see. Is it working? It looks like it might be working. I'm going to move this over here so that I can see. All right, let me double check something really quickly. It looks like it's live.
It looks like it's live.
Okay.
It looks like it's live.
Oh my goodness, it's echoing. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that everything was working. If you don't know me, my name is Alchemistmarie. I am the vibrational alchemist. I do ASMR as well. So I used to do energy of the week every week, and I used to also do lives on Facebook. I just wanted to come live because I haven't been live in a very long time, and there's some things like I wanted to talk about regarding like what's going on in my world. If anybody joins, just let me know. If you have any questions or anything like that, just let me know. So I have been doing a multitude of things, but I've been doing a lot of self-care. I've been taking care of myself and my family. I was in a really good spot with my business, selling crystals and doing readings and doing all of the energy work. And there were some things that happened in my life that really made me feel as though I was on the wrong path, and I really shouldn't, be doing what I was doing. That I had made some decisions that really, that I really wasn't expressing myself to my fullest. So I know that I'm here to make a difference, right? Everybody's here to make a difference. Everyone is here to express themselves and to learn to express themselves and to connect with others. And that was like what gave me life. What gave me life was connecting with everyone and showing up and letting people know that they were and they are not alone in what they're feeling, in the things that they enjoy, in the questions that they have, and to just help others feel connection, to feel seen, to feel heard, and to feel acknowledged. Like that was my whole entire purpose of doing what I did on Facebook and here on YouTube. And it became like my everything. It became my everything. And I worked so hard on creating that community and creating all of those people that needed me or said they needed me. But what it actually was I needed everyone. Like I needed the connection. I needed that. I needed an outlet for my creativity and for all of the ideas and all of the experiments and all of the things that I wanted to experience. And so when when I was no longer able to give anymore, like I just have been so drained and so tapped out of giving, I couldn't show up any longer. I didn't feel like I could show up. And, it was a bunch of things that happened in succession, things just really got hard. And my business was not, it was always successful. It was always successful. I always had clients that wanted readings. I always had clients that, wanted crystals. I always had that. But I wasn't able to give back to my business, and I wasn't able to have the reciprocation that I needed as far as my energy went. I got to a point where I was just so distraught and upset with the fact that things were not going how I wanted them to go, that I lost sight of like everything. I lost sight of everything. I think it's been, I don't know how long. Actually, it hasn't been that long because I picked up my cards the other week when I was with a friend, I think 2 weeks ago. But I hadn't touched my cards in a really long time. I haven't gone live. I haven't shared. I haven't created in a really long time. I just haven't felt the need or the desire to do it. I tried to process everything that occurred in my life in a healthy manner. And at one point I just thought, okay, I'm done playing games. Like I'm done with all of it. And I thought that's what I needed to do, was like step away from everything, step away from Facebook, step away from YouTube, step away from everyone and everything. And those of you who have sent me countless emails and messages and letters, I appreciate you. I just didn't have the words, and I still don't have the words to let you know that I'm not available. I'm not ready. I'm just not in a place where I can give. I can give anything, and it's really hard for me because what brings me joy is helping others. What brings me joy is breathing life into others and watching them live and watching them grow and watching them expand and explore. And I don't have it anymore. Like, I don't have the spoons. I don't have the energy. I don't have it right now. I put everything into my business, and it was everything to me. And when it was taken from me, or when I lost it, or whatever words you want to use, it just devastated me because it wasn't my choice. Like, everything, I did all the right things, and I saw all of it coming, like, but it wasn't my fault. It was because of those around me. And I just couldn't get over it. I just couldn't let it go. It was just so hard to let go because it wasn't my failure. It was based on the circumstances around me, and I was really in a place where I couldn't pour out anything anymore. I don't have anything to pour out for people anymore. I can't hold space like I want to, and I don't feel that it's fair, you know? I feel like if I can't be here 100 for y'all, that I shouldn't be here at all. And I really haven't been at 100 in a very long time. And this morning I received this letter in the mail. Someone took the time to write me a letter. And to tell me that it's okay and they'll be waiting and other people are waiting and everyone misses me. And because I'm not on Facebook anymore, I don't have my payment link available to schedule appointments. I don't answer Messenger. I don't respond to the emails. So someone wrote me a fucking letter. And it broke me. It broke me this morning. It just broke me because I want to be there for y'all. It brings me life. It gives me hope. It rejuvenates me. It means so much to me to help anyone. But I'm so ashamed and I feel like such a failure because I've had to go back into corporate America. I've had to get a regular job. I've had to I lost the one thing that brought me joy in life, and that was helping others. Like, I don't have it anymore at this time. I've held so many people, and you all have held me so much. And I just don't know how to say, like, I can't right now. I don't know how to say, I don't have it right now. I don't know how to say, I don't know how to give you hope when I don't have that for myself. And it's so fucking weird because it doesn't matter where I go. I always find those people that are looking to be heard and looking to be seen and looking to be understood. It doesn't matter where I go. It doesn't matter how far I try to run away from who I am. I'm always me. I always will be me. Oh, Clarissa, hello, my sweet. Hello. Hello. Emma, thank you for being here. Whoever else is here listening to me, if you have been following me for any extended amount of time, you know that this is how I process. I'm not afraid to be vulnerable and raw and process and speak about my vulnerabilities, my mistakes, and my thoughts, and my intrusive thoughts, and all of the things that, I'm not afraid to do that. So this is who I am. And if you can hold space, great. If you don't want to hear it, fine. Um, but it's been hard. And I'm not afraid of people seeing me and my human, because I've been human in my human ever since I had to make a post about someone who damaged our business relationship and our friendship. And ever since I decided to go into online female domination, financial domination, and back into the BDSM community, I've been in my human. I still have my spiritual practices, but they're not like they were, because I don't have the energy. It's your time to be held and nourished. You have done this for all of us. I don't, I understand that. And I guess maybe that's why I'm here and I'm saying, like, hey, I'm not dead. A lot of people thought I was dead, and I'm sorry that you thought I was dead. Or, that something happened to me or whatever. I'm sorry I didn't return your calls. I'm sorry I didn't return your emails or your messages, and I'm sorry that you had to write a fucking letter to me to get my attention. But I just wanted to say, like, I want to come back. I want to be available. But I'm so fucking broken right now. It's just, I don't think I have anything to offer you. And that's the fucking truth. Like, I miss it so much. I miss connecting. I miss everything. I thought I would come on here and I would just ramble to myself, and I see there's people here and y'all are holding space for me and y'all are interacting with me and you love me, and I appreciate it. I don't know how to go back to where I was. When you have to mourn the death of your business and everything that you've put your heart and soul into, it's just undescribable. I mean, I don't even. And then when you have to mourn it because you chose to put other people in front of yourself when you should have been the most important thing. It makes you feel like you failed. It makes you feel like you're a fraud. It makes you feel like you don't deserve to have it back. And it makes you feel like you have nothing to offer, which is not true, which is a fucking lie, because we all have something to offer. Every one of you and me are here to share our truths, to share our stories, to build each other, to connect, and to give each other hope. I miss y'all. I miss every Monday I wake up and I think, today I'm going to do energy of the week. Today I'm going to do energy of the week. Today I'm going to do energy of the week. And I turn on my camera and I just can't do it. I'm just not there. My son is always telling me about the cycles of the moon, because that's what I taught him to pay attention to, and all of this and that is going on. And he'll be like, Mom, you're just a little off because of the moon. I don't even know where the moon is and what cycle it's in, or any of that stuff that was just so deeply connected and ingrained in me. It's like I cut this part of myself out, and I haven't allowed myself to feel it. And today when I opened this letter, and it said, thank you for relating to me in my madness, walking with me on my path, not judging me, and giving me incredible advice. You have impacted my life and so many others, and for that, I am truly grateful that you were placed on my path. You did not come to this planet to be a worker bee and follow the status quo. You are an infinite being who came here with a higher purpose. Have the courage to live as the awesome being that you truly are. When I read that, I just started bawling, because I had forgotten how much hearing things like that meant to me, and how much that I have impacted the world and lives and people and places, and I have forgotten my power. I have forgotten my power and my strength. And as a result, I lost my joy completely. And my ability to create just is non-existent at this time. This breaks my heart, because I was caught up in my own dying and brokenness that I didn't even check on you. It's okay, Clarissa. It's okay. Because I wouldn't have been able to respond anyway. So many people have emailed me and messaged me, and I used to be really great about responding and really great about everything. And even when I left Facebook, the last time, and I went to Twitch, I still kept up with Messenger. I still kept up with people. I still kept up with everything. And this time I couldn't. I fell into a pattern that is old as time, where I sacrificed myself for my family. And I lost everything. I lost everything. And everyone around me flourished and grew, but I withered away. And I made myself invisible. And I just gave up. I just gave up. And then I resented those around me who, and I'm talking about my family, I'm not talking about my friends, I'm not talking about anyone else, I'm talking about my partner and my son. I put my family before myself, and I sacrificed my business, my happiness, and parts of myself. And I don't know how to get it back. Like, I'm so scared to get it back. I don't know how to move forward. I don't know how to go back. And I know it's just one step at a time, and I've found other ways to be creative, and I've found another community to build. And I've finally, after a year and a half, October will be 2 years, I think. I've finally forgiven my partner. I've finally moved past all of the resentment and mistrust and all of the things that came along with me sacrificing myself. I've finally forgiven myself, and I've finally forgiven my partner. And my son and I are starting to rebuild our relationship. It's so important that you put yourself first. Always. First. You prioritize your happiness and your needs and you first before anything else. When you stop doing that, when you start living for other people, and when you start sacrificing things, your time, your energy, your money for other people, and not doing the things that bring you joy, you just slowly begin to fade away. You just slowly begin to become someone that you never thought you would be again. And when you lose people you thought were your friends, or when you try to lean on them and they just want to love and light you, and they just want to, how come you're so sad or angry or whatever. Like, you're not allowed those feelings. Or, oh my gosh, you don't have everything together? That's scary. Yeah, I'm fucking human. I'm a human. And when you just continue to give and give and give and give and you don't get reciprocation, whether it's from your family or your friends or your clients, you get to a point where you just stop. In December, I went on a hunting trip with a friend that I hadn't seen, that I used to work for when I was in hospice, and I hadn't seen in years. She showed up at the flea market one day and she was like, "Oh my gosh, you got to come and see my place and you've got to come hunting and all this stuff." And we'd never been hunting. We'd never like shot our rifles. Like we were brand new. We didn't know what we were doing, and she welcomed us onto her property, me and my partner, and we went hunting. And she looked at me and she was like, "You're tired." And I was like, "I am." And she said, "You're so tired. It's time for you to rest." And I was like, "I feel like I've been resting. I feel like I've not accomplished anything." And she was like, "Oh, no, 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 no. You need to rest." And we had a great time. I shot my first buck. We brought it home and processed it. We dressed it there at the location. Like we had such an amazing time. We came back and I decided I was going to rest. And so what did rest look like for me? It looked like continuing to do certain things like, you know, ancestor money and having availability for people to get readings and dropping my reading prices so that, you know, I don't even know. I dropped my reading prices for whatever reason. And it looked like not taking care of my son anymore. And December 31st, New Year's Eve, was the day that I told my son, because of an altercation, because he was drunk, I told him, "I can't do this anymore and you need to get out of my house." And I told my partner, "I'm not going to go to the flea market anymore because I don't have inventory. I'm not going to go live because I have nothing to say to anyone. And I need to rest." And that's what I've been doing, is I've been resting. And well, I was able to rest for a short period of time. And then I felt like I was non-productive and I wasn't shining like I should, or that I wasn't doing enough. And so I was doing online financial domination, which was really great money. It was really great money. You know me, I start something and I like to build. I like to see things grow. I like to build things, and I built a nice little following and community. And I made really great money. but it wasn't enough. I needed the connection. I needed the in-person interaction. I needed the closeness. And so I started getting involved in the local scene. And it's helped. I also went back to caretaking. So I'm working part-time caretaking and sitting with people and listening to their stories and feeding them and bathing them and showing them respect and dignity in their moments of vulnerability has brought life back into me. It was really hard for me to get a resume together after 3 years of, well, I don't know how, it's been since like 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. It's been since 2017 I established my business. But I haven't worked a job in quite some time, like a corporate job. Like I've just been doing my business. So the hardest thing for me was putting together a resume and applying for jobs and feeling like I failed because I had to get a job, which wasn't the truth, but sometimes we can't help how we feel. And so, yeah, I have been going through a lot and trying to understand, like, why did all that occur? Why did I lose my best friends? Why did I lose my business? Why, right? How could I just, why was I able to direct so many other people, but not able to help myself? Why was I so alone? I felt so alone. I felt like so alone, and I didn't know how to process like all of that loss. It was just, and I couldn't keep up with the demands of the little bit of demands that would come in. I was like, I'm sorry, here's someone else you can go to, or I don't have the inventory, or this crystal would work great, but I don't have it. I took all of my energy. I took all of my energy and I just bottled it up and decided that I wasn't going to disperse any of it. Because I just don't have the capacity right now. I just don't have it. I know it's there. Like I know it's there because I've written a couple of courses. Just yesterday I did a presentation and I shared my story here locally at a meetup. And I had someone tell me, Every time you speak, you help us breathe. Every time you speak, it lets us take a breath. And I didn't know what that meant. I didn't understand that. Because I didn't know this person, and I didn't know this person. They were just some person that, showed up and wanted to hear my story and wanted to hear what I was about and wanted to get to know me. And then they told me that. And I was just like, it's still there. Like, I still have the ability to connect with others and show them that there's more to life than just existing. I still have it, even though I don't feel it. I still have it. I can still show people that, even though I don't feel like that's my truth right now, even though I've just been existing, even though I've just been human. And just existing, it's still there. So they always talk about high vibrations, and I'm the vibrational alchemist. Like, I'm all about frequencies and vibration and all of that. But I think in my most vulnerable moments that I have been the most powerful, that I have spoken and rippled out to more people in these moments of vulnerability than I have in any kind of class I've taught or any kind of reading I've done or anything like that. I think it's these moments where I'm human, where you see I'm human, that mean the most. I've been doing this for a lot of years. And I think more people have seen me cry than, have seen me laugh. But I'm not afraid to share this part of me. I'm not afraid to talk about the things that, affect me, or the things that this is how I process. This is how I work through things. This right here is giving me clarity, and it's going to help me to be able to come back. But I won't be the same. I think that's one of the biggest things is I held myself at this certain level, and I don't know if I can get back there. And so I don't know how that looks to come back. Like, I feel like if I can't be 100% for y'all and 100% connected and 100%, just 100%, I feel like I shouldn't even try to come back. And I don't know if I'll ever get back to where I was or how I was. And so they're speaking to me right now. And they're saying that we don't go back. We don't go back. We move forward. And we don't let who we were in the past conflict with who we are going forward. So I'm not going to be the person that I was. I'm not going to go back to how I was. It's not about going back. It's about going forward. It's about reestablishing, regaining. It's all the re. It's not going back. Because the person that we were isn't there anymore, doesn't exist anymore. There's parts of that person within us. But that person doesn't exist anymore. Because we need to change and we need to evolve. And this is just part of your evolution. This is just part of an evolution. This is just part of, but I'm tired of the leveling up, and I'm tired of the evolutions, and I'm tired of the lessons. So they say, so change your truth. Isn't your truth about if we're not growing, then we're stagnant and we're dying? This is your truth, and this is your journey, and this is what you needed to remember. And yeah, sometimes it doesn't feel fair, but nothing is ever fair. Life really isn't fair. Life is about ups and downs, and right now, I'm in the bottomless pit. And every time I try to scratch out of it, I just feel like more coming down on me. And so they're saying, like, don't scratch out of it. Like, blow the fucker open. Blow a hole in the side of it. You can do anything. And you don't have to do it alone. It's not going anywhere because it's who you are. Oh, I've definitely learned that part of it. Everywhere I go, there I am. Everywhere I go, there I am. I put on a hat because I didn't want to brush my hair. So I put on my hat. Yeah, everywhere I go, there I am. And everywhere I go, there are people who need that medicine. There are people that have that medicine, and there are people that need that medicine. You just got to do what makes you happy. Yeah, I thought about that. I don't know what makes me happy right now. I've lost that. I've lost all the things that made me happy. I've lost my ability to create happiness for myself. I lost myself. So I always tell people, right? What makes you happy? What brings you joy? Do that. Do that thing. Just like you're telling me now. What happens when you forget about what made you happy? What happens when you can't do those things that make you happy? And what I've been experiencing, the lesson has been to let go of what and who I was, because there's something new and different. That's what hurts. We want the old glory, but the new is far greater. The next has a different level of potency. We want the old glory, but the new is far greater. Let go of what and who I was. I believe that I've done that. Like when I mourned the death of my business, I believe that I let go of who I was. I let go of who I was, and I let go of the expectation of and the responsibility that came with who I was. Yeah. I when I realized that I wasn't able to continue because I felt like I needed to take over and step into a different type of energy and excuse me, I needed to step into a different type of energy, and I needed to prioritize my partner and my son. I let go of who I was. I let go of ASMR. I let go of vibrational alchemy. I let go of the crystal chick is what they called me at the flea market. I let go of financial domination. I let go of all of that. And I prioritized helping my partner to find himself again, helping him to grow and get through one of the hardest things that we've ever gone through. One of the hardest things that I've ever watched someone go through. And so I let go of who I was. I let go of what I felt a responsibility for I let go of everything. It's hard finding the strength to fight your way out of a thing when you're exhausted. I started thinking about not waking up because I was so empty. And Clarissa, that I think that's where I've been, is empty. Because I got to a place where I was just like, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to do anything. I don't have the energy to clean the house, to take care of the dogs, to wash the dishes, to make meals, to get a job. If what happened with your partner hadn't happened, would you still have been doing what you were? Yeah. Yeah, what happened was completely destroyed everything. It destroyed our relationship, our finances, our trust, our happiness, our everything. My business. The Lunar Walker. You're alive, Grim is here. Oh my goodness, hi Grim. Yes, I'm alive. I know a lot of people thought I was dead, and I'm sorry that I scared anybody in thinking that. But I just didn't have the capacity to address any of the things I've been addressing for the last hour. So you enjoyed the things you were doing? Yeah, I did. I enjoyed every moment of everything that I did. I enjoyed creating content. I enjoyed connecting with people. I enjoyed going out and setting up at the flea market. I enjoyed online, going live on Facebook. I enjoyed all the things that were connected to my business. Sometimes it was like it wasn't even my business. It was just something I really enjoyed doing. So maybe it's not the things you were doing, but it's the trauma of what happened. It's absolutely the trauma of what happened. It's absolutely what happened. It's absolutely that trauma. Like I said, I just barely worked through forgiving him and my son. And I've just barely, and it's going on 2 years. And we're in a better place in our relationship than we have been ever. And we're in a better place financially than we have been in a really long time. But I'm working a job now again. I have slowly been mourning the death and transformation of my business and identity. This has been hard. Yeah, of course, it's one of the hardest things. It's one of the hardest things. And like Clarissa, my business didn't fail. My business did not go under because I didn't do enough and I wasn't enough. And and all of those things that happen usually when your business fails. No, it wasn't. It wasn't any of that. It wasn't any of that. It didn't fail because I didn't do enough, or it didn't fail because I wasn't enough, or it didn't fail because I didn't put enough energy, or it didn't fail because I didn't have clients, or it didn't fail because it was not meant to be. It failed because of outside circumstances. And I'm not talking about COVID or anything like that either. It failed because I couldn't focus on it anymore because I had to put my energy elsewhere. It failed because I could no longer financially put back into it. I had to support everything and everyone. That's the hardest part. Like that's the hardest part, and it's so scary because I did all the right things. And I had all the things, like it was so great. It was flourishing, and I had all the right things, and it was, but it still failed. And that morning that you're talking about, that's where I feel like I can't be 100 for any of you. Exactly, Michelle. Like I said, it failed because I did not put myself first. It failed because I couldn't record because my son was screaming in the other room. It failed because I had to go and do other things. It failed because I had to pick up the pieces and put everything back together and help my partner to come back together. It failed because I had to step away and I had to take over in real life. It failed because I'm a human. It failed because I had to be a partner, and I had to be a mother, and I had to be all the things that I hadn't been and hadn't prioritized in so long because I always put myself first. I always put my business second, and I always put everything after that. But when I wasn't able to do that, and when I had to stop and I had to fix and I had to put together everyone else, I fell apart. And I don't know how to put myself back together. I lost my friends. I lost a lot in that time. And I don't know how to put myself back together. And I don't know how, and I don't want to come back, and I don't want to do the things that I did. The things that make me happy and give me life, I don't want to do those because I don't feel like I'm 100% able to do them. I don't feel like I have anything to offer. Because I'm not in a place where I can be positive. I'm not in a place where I'm not in that place. Your pay stub is attached. What? I just got an email. I got my paycheck. So I miss y'all. I miss y'all. I miss pulling cards. I miss clearing energies. I miss I go on hikes. Like, I'm on Snapchat and I go on hikes and I sit by the water and I want to go live and I want to share all that with you and I want to ground with you and I want to offer you hope and I want to offer you like love and connection, and I miss it so much. But right now, this is all I have. This is all I have. Tears and regrets and, you know. So, I hope that you enjoy my videos because they'll always be there. And I hope that I've touched your lives in some way, shape, or form because all of you have touched my life. I spend my days playing Dead by Daylight, making food, and playing with dogs. And then going to work when I have, when I have a schedule, when I have clients, when I have, caretaking I need to go do. I have a job, a regular job, and I did my business with a regular job for years. And I hated my job so much. So I know I can do it. I know I can do content and I can do a job because I did it for years. I'm just not there yet. The cheesy toy review. Hey, cheesy, how's it going? Your business isn't gone. You put it to sleep for a moment to deal with life. Once you decide you want to come back and restart, you will reemerge with new energy. I wouldn't be where I am today without your guidance. You're totally awesome and very special. If you want company for Dead by Daylight, we are here for it. You're always welcome to come play DVD with me. Look how loved and supported you are. Seeing these people here loving on you brings me so much joy. Not being there yet. You're human. You need time. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I've been doing is just being human and taking time. And I want to I want to come back, and I want to record content. But like I said, every Monday I turn on my camera and I go to make my energy of the week, and I turn off my camera and I lay back down until it's time to go and make lunch, or until I feel like playing Dead by Daylight, or unless I gotta get up for work. Every Monday I think about it and I want to do it, and I miss it. But I just don't feel like I don't feel like I'm in a place to offer y'all anything right now. And I don't even have the I don't even have like the resources or the funds to get my own reading so that I can get my head out of my ass, because I thought, well, maybe that might help. But I just don't. And every time I pull cards for myself, it's like one chapter's closed, it's time to move on and pick yourself up, and and I'm like, well, how do I do that? How do I put me back together when I don't even see the pieces and how they fit? Like I don't know how to collect all the pieces, let alone how to put them all back together. And my partner's like, whatever you want, let's do it. Whatever you want, let's go for it. Do you want to buy inventory? Do you want to reinvest? And it scares me to death. I remember sitting here and thinking, I bought all of this stuff, my computer, my monitors, my soundboard, my microphones, my lights, my headsets, my Healy, my cards. Like I bought all of these things, and I even created my own. And I just remember when I was putting together, there's something flying by. I remember when I was putting together my resume, I was like, none of this means shit. Like, none of this means anything. It doesn't, like, I was like, I have no real world skills. Like, sure, I've managed companies. I've been assistant manager. I've been like, I've done all these things. I ran my own business. you know, I was able to, like, during my job interview, I was able to like help this guy work through some trauma that he'd had, for years, because I recognized it. And he was like, "You're the kind of caretaker that we need, because you're able to read people, and you're able, like, I'm doing this in my fucking interview because this is me, this is who I am." But it doesn't mean anything. I remember thinking, like, none of this means, or none of this is good for anything. And like, it was a part of me died when I thought that. You know, it was just like, yeah, I have all this like natural ability to do these things, but like, what does it equate to in the real world? Because that's where I'm at. It's in the real world. Hello. Oftentimes, when we are lost, we find our way to new paths in life without even trying. Oh, let me tell you, like, the stuff I've been doing, cheesy. I got involved in the BDSM community. And I've been using that as a creative outlet. I took my hypnosis. I took my hypnosis stuff and I started doing erotic hypnosis. Yeah, I've been doing new things. I did a lot of online stuff, you know, because I usually am able to build a good audience online. Girl, I wasn't expecting that, but good for you. Well, you know, let me tell you, the BDSM community helped me work through a whole lot when I was younger. Yeah, really helped me to work through a lot of stuff that I had stuffed down. Really helped me, like emotions that I wasn't able to release, like trauma that I had been like dealing with for a long time. Like the BDSM community like saved my life when I was younger. You know, you just have to be aware, and you have to I mean, the BDSM community taught me about boundaries and consent and like a bunch of things. I'm very grateful for them. But that's where I've been using my that's been my creative outlet for the last, what month are we? I think we're like in March. Yeah, I think we're in March for the last 2 months. February, March. Yeah. And I was involved a long time ago, so I just reemerged into the community and reestablished myself. And it's been a great creative outlet because I haven't been doing any other creating. So yeah, I have been doing other things, new things, you know. So what are you interested in doing now? I remember being so proud of you when you got into ASMR. I love ASMR. Twitch turned it into something that made me disgusted with it. Twitch allowed so much abuse to go on and made everything so garbage and sexualized that it just didn't feel safe anymore. It just didn't feel safe anymore. And I couldn't find anywhere else to do it. I tried on YouTube, but I couldn't get the streaming software. I couldn't get the streaming software to work, and I didn't have the like I just didn't have the ability to try to want to figure it out. And then also, like, my son can be very loud and screamy, but my partner's gone for he's gone for 14 days, here for 14 days, gone for 21 days, and here for 21 days. And I'm working a job. And so I just don't feel like it's quiet enough because I live in a neighborhood. I'm not in the country anymore. He works in the oil field. Cheesy. He works in the oil field. But yeah, I love ASMR. I actually have somebody that I play with locally. I do sensory deprivation, and so I will blindfold them and bind them, and then I will just do ASMR in their ears with some earbuds. So I've been doing that, and it's a lot of fun. But when I left Facebook, that's where I went, was Twitch, and I thrived there, and it was great, and I had so many wonderful people that spent their mornings with me and their evenings with me. And it was wonderful, but then Twitch allowed ASMR to turn into like this thing where it's just a bunch of people with their tits out, like, and I mean, if that's that's your thing, like, you want your boobs out and you want to, but, or like focusing on their butt in yoga pants while they have it cropped up and they're bent over, it just really brought in a crowd that was very abusive. If you were not going to do that, it brought in, the category turned to garbage, and the meta was garbage. And I could go live on OnlyFans or live on Fansly and do that kind of ASMR and be completely naked and get more respect than I would if I was on Twitch doing regular ASMR. Like, ASMR is not sexual for me. I know it is for a lot of people, but it was comfort, and it was energy, and it was safe, and it was connection, and it was soothing. And I wasn't afraid to ban people if they came into my channel and made it unsafe for my viewers. I wasn't afraid to do that. And people were very ugly about things, but when that just became the only thing that was available, and the category turned into like this very sexualized, like, And then YouTube was like, oh, this is too sexual now. And, ASMR turned into this thing that was just like very highly sexualized. There was no place for me. There was no place for me to stream. There was no place for me to go. Hey, Manda. There was just no place for me. I haven't been there. I haven't streamed in quite some time. And I do believe that now that it's more non-sexual, like it's gotten back to where it was, or maybe that was my last experience. I went live and I was doing my visualization triggers, with the green screen and all of the like psychedelic stuff, and like really trying to create a safe space. And I was getting all these comments, like just highly inappropriate comments, and I couldn't keep up with like all of the comments. I never had like moderators that were available all the time. And like, yeah, I was so random with my streaming that, and so I just shut it down. I was like, but every time I did it, every time I went live, every time, whether I was by myself, there was one person, nobody, or like 20 people. One time I had like, I don't know, like 300 people. And I was like, wow, there's that many people watching me. But every time I did that, every time I went live, every time I streamed, it was more about what I needed than about what other people needed. And so when I couldn't give myself and I didn't feel safe doing what I wanted to do, I couldn't do it anymore. So yeah. And I know that it's there whenever I want to try to go back. I know that it's possible, right? I mean, I started out tell them I said hi. Tell them I said hi. Tell him I said hi. Yeah, I know it's there if I ever want to go back. I know that because I started on there with nobody watching me, just me attempting to stream, just wanting someone to hang out with me while I played video games. And then I had people telling me they were falling asleep because of my voice while I was talking about the video games. And I was playing horror games. I was playing these games that were scary. And I was screaming and I was laughing, and everybody was like, "Oh, your voice is so soothing. Can you just talk about anything?" And that's what I did. I just talked about random crap and people just hung out with me. And and then I had someone say, "Have you ever thought about ASMR?" And hello. I gave my friends a be right back. So somebody came to me and they were like, "You ever thought about ASMR?" I was like, "Huh? What's that?" I didn't know anything about ASMR. Not a fucking thing. And he was like, and I loved watching him play Dead by Daylight. His voice was so soothing and his interactions were so funny. And hello, Mido. Hello. It is lovely to see you. I was like, I don't know that, but I know. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I loved watching him. I don't remember how I ended up on Twitch, but I saw this guy, Cheesy Gamer, and I was like, this guy's awesome. I love watching him. And he puts me to sleep. Like, that's great. I haven't slept like this in a long time. I'm going through a lot, and this is great. And he's like, you should try looking into this ASMR thing. And I was like, I don't know anything about that. And then he said, there's something about your energy. And I was like, energy? And so I looked into ASMR and I fell in love. I was like, all of me, like, this is all of the things I do. It's the energy, it's the connection, it's the comfort, it's the safety, it's everything. And it's all in this one little category called ASMR. It's the ability to hold space. It's the ability to share. It's the ability to be silly. It's the ability to brighten someone's day. It's the ability to give someone a space to rest. And all I have to do is talk. All I have to do is play around and have fun. That's it. And I remember, like, I started with that Yeti mic over there. It's over there. I had no idea what I was doing. And I was just like, well, here goes. You got me hooked on Twitch. I was like, well, here goes, you know? And there were all these beautiful people that had all this really amazing equipment, and they were just so, like, loving, and there was all these beautiful people that supported them, and they were so nice, and it was just wonderful. Like, everybody was just so nice. And I was like, they're like me, I'm like them. Is this where I belong right now? Thank you so much, Grim. Thanks for being here. It's been a long time. I've been talking for I've gone through a gambit of like ups and downs and all of the things, and I think I've finally processed like a lot of stuff. Thanks for being here and holding space for me. But yeah, ASMR was just another facet of the way that I could connect with people, and it was all the things. It was energy, it was frequency, it was vibration, it was everything, you know, and quantum trance and hypnosis. And it was like, it was everything. And it was wonderful to hang out with people and have them say, like, and to give myself that space where I could just play and just relax. I just woke up and saw I had a message. I know it's late. What are y'all doing up? What are y'all doing up? It's late over there. I remember the last time that I went I went live on Twitch, and I had all those terrible messages. And I was like, but then I had all these people that showed up and they were like, where have you been? We've missed you, and it's so great having you here. And I know the support is there. I mean, y'all are here with me now. And I want to give y'all, and I want to give myself that. I don't know if I can. I've already told you, but you got rid of the little anxiety I had. The social anxiety. I'm glad that I could help you in any way. In any way that I could help any of you. I'm glad. Because that's all I want to do. That's all I want to do is help people to be better people. But right now, I need the help. I need the help to be who I am supposed to be. Because I can't be who I'm supposed to be right now. And that's the hardest thing for me. That's the hardest thing for me. Is not being able to be who I feel I'm supposed to be. You know? I think that is probably like the hardest part is that I'm not able to be who I'm supposed to be. And I tried to tell myself that, like, it's okay to just to be, because like that's what we come here to experience, is like the playing and the being, right? And so how I just be is I play Dead by Daylight. I play video games because video games have always been my go-to when I need comfort, when I need to be held, when I need connection, when I need to just stop everything else around me. Video games. Because I don't drink anymore. I haven't in my son's 19 this year, 19 now, you know? Don't add pressure to yourself because who you're supposed to be is who others expect you to be. Who do you want to be? Who do I want to be? Are you still a wussy survivor? No. So my favorite fucking killer, is the Dredge, which is disabled right now, so I've been playing the Plague and vomiting all over everything. But I play Survivor, but my favorite killer and my favorite ultimate, like when I'm playing, I really like am into it, is the Dredge, because he's so gross and like I love teleporting around, making it dark and going finding people who are hiding and killing them. It's the greatest. It's the greatest, popping out of the lockers and scaring everyone around me. Like, he's terrifying to me. And so I enjoy playing him. And then the other one is the Plague, because I like vomiting all over everything and then watching the survivors run around and vomit everywhere. Yeah. I've had this bump on my forehead for like a while. It just won't go away. I don't know why. But like I said, I didn't want to brush my hair, so I just put my cap on and it goes right over that little red spot on my forehead really well. Who I want to be. I love the Huntress because she's weirdly comforting because she's singing that song. Oh my gosh. Manda, do you remember when I did that song from The Cat Still Yells at the Door? I don't know if you guys can hear her. Do you remember when I did that song about the children? Oh, I can't remember. I can't remember now, but I did that song about the children. The song from Hocus Pocus. Remember when I did that song? It was so creepy. It was so creepy, but everybody loved it. Everybody loved all the little weird shit that I used to come up with. But yeah, I can understand with the Huntress's lullaby being comforting. I just want to be me. I just want to be all the things. I want to be Angela Whispers. I want to be Vibrational Alchemist, Alchemistmarie. I want to be Goddess Esme. I want to be all the things. I want to be all of them. They're all me, and I enjoy all of them. I enjoy all of them. So what's stopping you? I don't feel like I have anything to offer right now. Ma'am, you cannot come in here right now. Hold on, I'll be right back. Let me make sure that my camera is up here when I stand up so that it's not like inappropriate. Okay. Can I help you? What do you need? We'll come in then. Come on. Yeah. That's fine. You can go on the bed. Yeah. But you gotta be quiet. Okay? Okay, let me fix it. That's too low. Tanya, I don't know if you're still here, but I have your stuff. I have your stuff right there. I'm holding it. I don't know if you're still here or not, but sometimes what we feel is different to what reality is, because if you ask people, we would say you have a lot to offer. I did, though. Do you know you have a lot to offer but feel that you don't? I know I know I have a lot to offer. I know that I've done a lot and helped a lot, and I know that it's not like hard for me to get to just exist and be helpful, and that's really sounds very egotistical, but I know my power and I know my strengths and I know what I have to offer. I know my value. I know my worth and I know my value. I know my worth and I know my value. I just don't. I'm just not in a place where I can be helpful. I don't feel like I'm in a place where I can be helpful. Does that make sense? I'm just stuck in my shit. And I have been for almost a year or 2 years maybe, I don't know. Well, it's been a year since my partner just had his anniversary at his job for a year. So yeah, it's been about a year and a half. Ma'am, I need you to be quiet. I know what I have to offer, and I will get to that place where I can help. I know what I have to offer, and I will get to the place where I can help. Yeah, you hear her? You hear my cat? She's a shit. I know what I have to offer, and I will get to the place where I can help. Yeah, she's like, pay attention to me right now. I thought if I let her in, she would just go on the bed. Because she's like, isn't it nap time? It's like noon. It's time for us to take a nap, isn't it? Trash. Can you stop? Well, I don't want to lay down right now. Can you stop? She's like, we're supposed to lay down on the bed. Why are you still over there by the computer? You haven't been at the computer or turned it on in forever. Why are you there? Guinea pigs. Oh, I love guinea pigs. I used to have them. Well, do you feed them like lettuce and stuff? Like, do you feed them raw vegetables? I love watching them eat the raw vegetables. Ma'am, we're not laying down. Do you want to come over here and I'll hold you? They are so cute. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of pee-pee. 12? Did you have babies? Are you breeding them? What are you doing? 12? Are you fostering them? Cheesy, what are you doing? Can we have a cat review? She's a jerk. She probably won't even let us touch her. Let's see. Come here. They want to see you. Come here. Yeah. Come here. Come here. No, but they want to see you. Come on. This is Trash Kitty. And she's like 14 years old. She is not nice at all. Like, you can tell she doesn't want me to hold her. She's probably gonna bite me. She's called Trash because she doesn't allow for anyone to trim or help her with her hair. She gets in the trash and gets all the things stuck to her. And then gets mad if you try to help her with that. She doesn't like to be held. She wants to sit there, but she doesn't. Yeah, okay. Are you going to go now? All right. Yes? Okay. She's an asshole. Yeah. To put it lightly, she's an asshole. Right? Ma'am? She's over there cleaning herself because I touched her. Like, everybody has these cats and they're like all sweet and they purr and it's all great. No, she just yells all the time. She's always been like that. She doesn't like you to touch her. If you touch her, she's like, but she likes to get into things and just have her hair all matted and trashy. And if you try to fix it, she gets mad. So we just call her Trash. Isn't that right, ma'am? She's going to the door. She's probably going to scream to get out. I'm going to let her out. I'll be right back. You want to go out, Trash? Okay. Yeah, I know. Okay. Here you go. Bye. Yeah, so when my kids were younger, my oldest, he is 24. When he was 10 years old, and this one was 5, the youngest one was 5, they wanted a cat. And I was a single mom. And I didn't have the time to take care. I was working 3 jobs. I didn't have the time to take care of a cat. So what I would do is I would take my kids to the animal shelter out there where I used to live in the hill country, and we would volunteer and help with the cats and the dogs. Or we would go and hang out in the cat room like all day so that they could experience having an animal without having an animal, And we did this like for a very long time. And so, like I said, when my son turned 10, we were doing this all the time from like the time that they were like 7 and 2 until like 10 and 5. And so one day, the guy that I was living with was like, have you ever thought about bringing one of those cats home? And I was like, no. Well, there was this one called Lovey, and she would always get in my purse, and she was always so sweet, and we loved her, and it was great. And he was like, why don't you bring that one home? And I was like, oh, she's so sweet and kind, and she crawls in my purse, and she's so loving. It was all a lie. It was all a lie. She was not Lovey at all. She was not. It was all a lie. It was an act. So that once we adopted her and got her home, she could turn into Trash, because that's what she turned into. She didn't want us to touch her. She didn't want us, like, she wasn't loving. She actually like turned into this terrible trash cat. But my boyfriend at the time and her got along really well. Like, that was his baby. She would sit on his shoulder and put her head on his head and watch him play video games. And she would cry to go outside, and he would jump up and go and take her outside. And, you know, like, she had him trained so much as to she would not eat unless he was petting her. She was such a trash cat. And she would go out and get in all the leaves and come back in her hair. She would have all these leaves, and I had to take out all the leaves, so she hated me, right? Yeah, it was just an act. She was not lovey. I don't know where she got that name from. When we went back, because we still went back and like, to visit the other cats and stuff. And I've told them at the shelter, I was like, she was not lovey. I don't know who gave her that name, but it was a trick. She's never been lovey. But yeah, she had my ex trained really well, really, really well. She's a jerk, but we love her. We love our trash cat. She's pretty old now. We've had her, like I said, since he was 10, and he is going to be 24 this year. It's a long time for her. And all her little stuff that she does over the years, she's great. I love her. No one owns a cat. Yeah, cats just tolerate us and allow us to be in their life. They just tolerate us. Yeah. Oh yeah, she's got a really big personality. Yeah. She's got a really big personality. But yeah. So my whole purpose of getting on here was just to kind of connect with y'all, and to it's an honor to get to be in their presence. Exactly. It's, you're very privileged, and you better be aware of that. Yeah, I just wanted to get on here and address and thank you for the letters, the emails, the messages, all of it. I just was not in a place to respond. I really didn't know what to say. I don't think I was open to any help, because I'm sure I could have gone live and said, hey, I need financial help, or I need emotional support, or I don't feel like I want to continue on. And people would have been there. I mean, y'all are here now. But I didn't, or I don't know how to ask for that. Like, I don't know how to ask for that. And I know everyone else is also going through their shit, and I don't prioritize my shit over other people's shit. And I didn't feel like myself. I don't feel like myself. Right now I want to do a breathing exercise with you, and I want to pull cards with you, and I want to whisper sweet nothings in your ears. I just don't know what it looks like. I don't know where it's going to take me. I'm tired of the disappointment. I'm tired of the disappointment. I think it's the biggest thing. I think about when I put on Dead by Daylight, I think about maybe I should stream this. Maybe I should just, pop in. Can you tell me if my voiceover demo will get me some gigs? Will Cheesy's voiceover demo get him some gigs? Will it be within the first 6 months? Will it be after the first 6 months? Is it going to live up to the expectations that Cheesy has created in their mind? So it looks like it's going to take about 6 months. There you'll see some residual income, as well as you'll see some opportunities that will come from it. But it's going to take a solid 6 months before you see any kind of return. At that point, you're going to feel like it's not worth it. But right when you get ready to give up is when you're going to have that breakthrough. And so just be aware of that. So just be aware of, putting it out there, doing it, and not seeing a lot of return until after 6 months. How do you feel about the stream right now? I feel okay right now. I feel like I did a lot of purging. I shared a lot of things. I said a lot of things that I didn't know I was ready to say. I feel love. I haven't felt love in a little bit. I feel love. I feel held. I feel like I did make a difference. I feel like I still can make a difference. I think that this is like natural for me to just sit here and share my existence with anyone who listens. And I don't know if that's a bad thing or a sad thing or whatever. This is who I am, right? I know that Twitch doesn't feel safe for me. And if it doesn't feel safe for me, I can't provide that safe space for you. And so that's why I can't go there. Recording stuff has always been really hard for me. I'm better at editing recordings I've already done randomly on Twitch instead of making a script, coming up with this and that and doing it. I'm better on the fly. Yeah, I'm just better on the fly, and that's why Energy of the Week was so easy, because I did it in one take. I didn't worry about editing. I didn't worry about, I edited the card in the front, like the beginning credit thing and all of that, but it wasn't something that I had to plan out. It was just something that just flowed, and that's how I work best. Is just in the flow, is just in the, what do I need for today? What do I need to know for today? I just don't want to be disappointed, and I don't want to be a disappointment. And I don't want to I just want to feel safe. I want to feel safe, and I want to be able to not feel obligated and not have to be happy all the time, because I'm not. Happiness, joy is so far away. Like I don't know if I can reach it. It's that far away. And let me tell you, like, I'm the healthiest I've ever been. I go to the gym, I work out, I do Pilates. Like I said, I spoke yesterday here locally. I'm working a job, like I'm doing things, but don't give up. You still have a lot of hearts to touch and reach out to. Thanks, Cheesy. Thanks for believing in me. Thanks for pushing me to do ASMR. Thanks for giving me another creative outlet, and thanks for supporting me. Have you thought about trying to return to Twitch, but as a viewer? I tried, but it just made me sad. Because I wanted to do. I tried that. I tried doing that because I wanted to support others, but it just made me sad because I wasn't doing it and I didn't feel safe enough to do it. So it had a reverse effect on me. Yeah, it had a reverse effect on me. It made me more disappointed. It made me feel more alone. Like, yeah, it was not good. But right now I feel okay. Like, even though I just like blurted out my whole like past year and a half and cried continually and talked really bad about myself and said all these things that, were processing through my head that I needed to just vomit out. I feel safe. I'm not worried about people watching and being like, oh my gosh, because I'm human and this is real and it's just how it is right now. Yeah. I got these lights. I don't know if they're gonna work. I think they're probably not gonna turn on. I got lights put in here so that I could do ASMR because it had been a while. And I also got them because I was doing online content creating with light. Like, it was part of the online content creating I was doing on BDSM website. Yeah, it's not working though. I'll have to figure out why it's not working. But I think that I should probably go play Dead by Daylight and go decompress a little bit more. And I feel like I want to try again. I feel like I feel like I want to connect again. This was great. This was wonderful for me to be able to connect. Thank you, everybody who said all the beautiful things and reminded me of all of the wonderful things, and who was just here with me, for me. Yeah. I used to go live twice a day. I used to stream for like 6 hours. I used to stream for like 4 to 6 hours. I can't believe y'all like put up with me that long. But it has helped me feel a little bit better, and yeah, like when I did ASMR, it was like this fun thing that I used to do. It was like this fun playtime, you know? I love the marble streams. Yeah. We did marbles, we did punching you in the face, we did summoning the demons, we did we did so many fun things. And yeah, we did so many fun things. We did birthday streams, we did so many fun things. It was a lot of fun. We did serious streams where we talked about like real big problems. We worked through problems. We did psychic streams where we pulled cards. All I have is my dad visited during a stream. Yeah, we did psychic connections and talking to our deceased loved ones. And all I have is coconut lip gloss right now, Manda. You can't have any. We did drawings, like where where I drew energy, and we did kisses, and we did hugs, and we did psychedelic colors, and it was so much fun. We did pats. We did focus. We did breathe with me and just breathe. Yeah. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Scary stories. Yeah. We did relationship help, right? We listened to my partner snore. Oh my gosh, do you remember when we did releasing, and the the fire alarm went off? We did full moon release, and burning paper, and the fire alarm went off. Do you remember that? Oh goodness. did lyrics. We did song lyrics. We did marbles. I think that was the night that your dad came to visit, right? It was the night that we were doing the release, the full moon release. And it's all like ASMR style, and the fucking fire alarm goes off and everybody's ears died. And then there was my chair. Every time I moved, it would fart. Oh my gosh, there was so many things. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. We did the demon singing. We did our morning affirmations. We're all sleepy and relaxed, and then woo, woo, woo. I was like, oh my gosh, the fire alarm. Who would have thought I'm lighting a fire right here on my desk and the fire alarm would go off? Oh my gosh. And y'all were always so patient with me when I was trying to learn how to do the ear licking stuff. I know y'all hated it, but you were so patient with me when I was trying to learn how to do it. And it was like, no, that's not it. No, that's not it. Yeah. Yeah, it was great. It was a lot of fun. And that's what I miss. I miss the play and the fun of it. I think my biggest fear is losing the losing it again. Like having it and feeling it and reactivating that part of me and then losing it again. Because I've cut off my ability to, I've cut it out. And I think that's what I'm afraid of is like finding that happiness again and then losing it again, which doesn't make sense because you're always going to have those moments where you can't be afraid of losing something. It's what I tell people when they're afraid to love or be loved. Like, you can't keep stopping that reciprocation or that thing that you want. You're missing out on so much more because you're afraid of the possibility of this might happen. And what if it doesn't happen? What if it is beautiful? And what if it does work out? And what if you don't ever have to feel that loss again? But knowing that loss is possible is what keeps you from going there. And so you keep yourself safe, but you miss out on all of these beautiful opportunities where you could get back to that place where you have that which you're seeking. So I guess that's what I'm doing is I'm keeping myself safe. And as a result of keeping myself safe, because I lost myself, right? Keeping this me safe right now is keeping me from experiencing all of the opportunities to get to a place where I can be what I want and experience what I want and relearn who I am. So there's no real way to grow unless you take a risk. That's what I tell everybody. If you are not willing to take that risk and trust in yourself, then you're not ever going to experience all of the desires that are in your heart. And those desires are put there for a reason. And if they weren't obtainable, and if they weren't real, and if you didn't deserve them, they wouldn't fucking be there. And so by keeping yourself safe, you're actually killing yourself. You're actually damaging yourself because you're missing all the opportunities where you can get to a place where you experience all that you desire and all that you deserve and everything that you're worth. Because all of those desires and everything that's in your heart and everything you want in life is there for a reason. And if they weren't obtainable, and if they weren't reality, and if they weren't for you, they wouldn't be there. Taking risk is scary as fuck, but so worth it. If you don't take risks, then you're not able to grow because you're not learning. My own words, y'all are giving me back my own words. My own truth that I've shared with you over my lifetime. You're feeding it back to me. my own fucking truth. You deserve the desires of your heart. I know what I have to offer, and I will get to the place where I can help. Whew. That was a lot. Mm-hmm. We have a great teacher. It's all part of the journey. Yeah. Thanks for reminding me of my truth. Thanks for reminding me of my truth. Thanks for reminding me of who I am. Thanks for helping me to remember. Thanks for helping me to remember. Because there were little pieces of it that would show up every once in a while. But thanks for helping me to remember. And thanks for holding space while I processed all of this. I don't know when is the next time I'll be able to come and share time with you. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know when. I might sit down and get all my shit together and then start, going and doing the thing, or it may take me a little bit longer. I don't know. But thanks for reminding me of my truth, because what's the most important thing, guys? What's the most important thing? To know your truth. To know your truth, to honor your truth. To know who you are, so that when life and when the world comes throwing all these things at you, you know where you stand and you know who you are. That's just it, Amanda. Helping you helps me more than you know. Helping you, every time I speak to one of you about something, I always lean back on something from my own understanding. I always learn something. It's always helping me anytime I help you. And right now, y'all are helping me like a fuck ton. To remember my truth, remember who I am, and to know that I still have something to offer. Yeah. I want y'all to know that, like, all of the things, they all help me. They all bring me joy. They all mean so much to me. All of the things, the ASMR, the energy work, the BDSM, like all of the things, they all help me. They all bring me joy. They all mean a lot to me. And I think that I didn't feel like I deserved joy because I forgot who the fuck I was, and I forgot my truth, and I forgot all the things that you just helped me remember. And I forgot how successful I really was. And like I said, I lost myself somewhere. And I don't know if I can go back to who I was. But I can move forward. And I can be who I'm meant to be in the moment. Yeah. And who I want to be is important, and more important than who I'm supposed to be, because I can only be me. And remembering who I am is where I start, right? And so you've reminded me of my truth and who I am. And so it's a start. Who knows where I'll show up next, but sorry about the dogs barking in the background. That's a start. So I have a lot to think about, a lot to process. We're always down to watch. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, everybody who's here. Whoever is going to watch this, if you've listened all the way through, through all of the ups and downs and craziness. I love you. I love you. And I'm so truly grateful. I am so truly, truly grateful. Yeah. Bye. Have a great meeting. Thanks for hanging out. I'm about to end, if I can figure out how to do it. If I can figure out how to do it, I'm about to end the stream. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with me, y'all. I hope to see you again. Take care.